Hello everyone and welcome to Sandy Hook Facts. I am your host, C.W. Wade. You can visit my website at www.sandyhookfacts.com for debunking of the Sandy Hook hoax and the Sandy Hook hoaxers who perpetuate the hoax on society by pushing lies and fake documents. Recently, Sandy Hook Justice member, on behalf of Tony Meade and Wolfgang Halbig, was in fact pushing a fake document. This is Maureen Crowley, a well-known and fairly disturbed Sandy Hook hoaxer.
Connecticut for challenging Sandy Hook. Who is threatened by the mafia in Connecticut for challenging Sandy Hook? Who is threatened by the mafia?
Now, she was pushing a fake document. She got caught by me, and when I caught her, she deleted her post. Luckily, I at least captured this part of it. I didn't capture it all. I didn't realize she was going to delete it so quickly. How do we know Maureen was pushing another fake Sandy Hook hoax document? Well, the document she's pushing says Tuesday, December 12th, 2012. Only problem is, December 12th was a Wednesday. Ha! A laughable forgery by the hoaxers. Sandy Hook Hoax Group, famous for their fake forged documents, such as the FlexFit email and the fake FEMA manual, and now this letter being pushed by Maureen Crowley and Wolfgang. Here's the email from Wolfgang. This was published by Crisis Actors Guild. Now, I have been a big critic of Sandy Hook hoaxers because they do not have a single piece of evidence of hoax. Not one. Their members are in court, they're getting arrested, they're having civil suits tossed, they're having the Freedom of Information Commission toss out their cases without a hearing at all, and they just cannot come up with a single piece of evidence of hoax. Not one. The reality is, there's absolutely nothing they can do to help themselves. There is no evidence of hoax. They don't have court-admissible evidence of hoax. Nothing. But what about me? Do I have court-admissible evidence that people died at Sandy Hook? There's people out there offering rewards for proof of death. Of course, they like to move the goalpost. But let's talk about court-admissible evidence of death at Sandy Hook. And who has that evidence? The short answer is, yes, I do have court-admissible evidence of death at Sandy Hook Elementary on December 14th, 2012. I have it. First, we must discuss the court rules. One big problem with documents is that they are hearsay. In order to be admitted into court, they must have an exception to the hearsay rule. The death certificate exception can be found in Rule 803, Number 9, Public Record of Vital Statistics. Death certificates are admissible in court if they are authentic. How do you prove a death certificate is authentic? Federal Rule of Evidence 902 covers what are called self-authenticating documents. The following items of evidence are self-authenticating. They require no extrinsic evidence of authenticity in order to be admitted. Domestic public documents that are sealed and signed. A document that bears a seal purporting to be the United States, any state, district, commonwealth, any department, agency, or officer of any entity named above, and a signature purporting to be an execution of the attestation. So that's what this is. This is a seal. This is signed by Debbie Hosted, the registrar, the clerk of Newtown. An authentic, certified document. Proof of death of Noah Posner, 12 Dickinson Drive, Sandy Hook. Nancy Lanza, animal. Now what I have in front of me are 5 sealed and certified death certificates. I have Noah Posner, Abiel Richmond, and Jesse Lewis. All 3 of these documents are signed, certified, and sealed by Newtown in the state of Connecticut, and they are self-authenticating proof of death. They would be admissible as prima facie evidence that these people were killed in this manner at this date and time. That's it. They cannot be refuted by anything that the hoaxers have. Right? You can't show a Gene Rosen video and refute a self-authenticating document, for example. They are proof of death to a judge, and a jury would be instructed by the judge to consider them prima facie proof of death. These documents show Noah Posner, Jesse Lewis, and Aviel Richmond died by homicide, gunshot wounds at 12 Dickinson Drive in Sandy Hook, the address of Sandy Hook School. Death occurred on December 14, 2012. Again, this cannot be refuted. This is proof of death of these children at this place on that date. In this manner, by the way. Let's talk about Jim Fetzer and others who have slandered Lenny Posner, claiming Lenny presented a fake death certificate of Noah. I challenged Sandy Hook Hoax Group, Wolfgang and Jim Fetzer, to order a copy of the death certificate from Newtown and prove they had a rational basis for their slander. They refused. They refused even the semblance of diligent investigation. They have slandered Lenny. I hope he sues them. Obviously, they knew that they could not meet the real challenge for authenticity. Well, I did receive an actual certified copy of Noah Posner's death certificate. I have Lenny's permission to post it here. He asked me to redact the cemetery. Other than that, it's here in its entirety. By the way, Lenny was at Noah's funeral, despite the hoaxer lies, and he was actually filmed there. That's just another lie pushed by the hoaxers. Let's keep moving on now. Let's not digress. My copy of Noah's death certificate is signed and authentic and sealed. It is conclusive proof of death of Noah Posner at Sandy Hook Elementary on 12/14/12. As I said, I also have certified copies of Jesse Lewis and Aviel Richmond. Other than showing a few parts of it, I'm not going to release those two. Why? That's a fair question. It's very simple. I don't have the parents' permission to release them. I have Lenny's permission to release Noah's. So that's just out of fairness to the parents. I could release them. There's no law against me releasing them, but I'm not going to. But I have them if I needed them, for example, for court. But that is not all. I have a certified copy of the shooter, who I call Animal Lanza, Adam Lanza. This is his death certificate. His death at 12 Dickinson Drive, Sandy Hook School on December 14th, 2012 by suicide, gunshot wound to the head. Again, matching the official version of the shooting. This is signed and certified, sealed copy of the death certificate. This is irrefutable. This is prima facie evidence in any court of law, including federal court, that Adam Lanza died 12/14/12 at Sandy Hook School by suicide, a gunshot wound to his head. I also have Nancy Lanza's certified death certificate. This death certificate proves that Nancy Lanza died at her home, 36 Yogananda Street in Sandy Hook on December 14th, 2012. She died from multiple gunshot wounds to the head. This document cannot be refuted by anything the hoaxers have published. Nothing they've published could beat this one document in court. This one document could defeat all Sandy Hook hoax evidence combined. These 5 documents would crush them. They're done. Proof of death. So there it is, 5 certified Sandy Hook death certificates, court admissible, prima facie proof of death of 3 children, Nancy Lanza and Animal, during the Sandy Hook tragedy on December 14th, 2012, proof of death in accordance with federal rules of evidence, and prima facie proof of death in every single federal and state court there is. This is it. This is proof. These 5 documents beat thousands of hours of Sandy Hook hoax bullcrap that they push. So, I hereby claim all rewards from those offering rewards for proof of death at Sandy Hook. I believe that covers Joe Jinke's $25,000, Side Thorn's $100,000. That's mine. You can mail it to me, Side Thorn. I have these documents for you. See here? Proof of death. Proof of death. Jesse Lewis. Aviel Richmond. Noah Posner. Adam Lanza. Nancy Lanza. Proof. I believe Wolfgang offered a reward for proof of death, didn't he? So I claim that reward. What about Robin? Did Robin offer a reward for proof of death? Robin, I think you offered $5,000, right? You owe me $5,000. Proof? 5 of them. Death certificates. Sandy Hook School. Well, Nancy wasn't at Sandy Hook School. 4 from the school, plus Nancy Lanza. There we have it. Proof of death. Proof of the Sandy Hook shooting. Proof of gunshot wounds killing children at Sandy Hook School. Right here. That will do it. I'm C.W. Wade. SandyHookFacts.com for more debunking. All right. Have a good one.